for the land of the...
Well, the weekend has officially begun. D.A.
Kevin, thanks very much.
All right, David, thank you. Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Griffin is out there with Jordan. Then it's Joe Harris. Then there's Irving. And it's Harden in at point guard. And for the Bucks, Middleton and Giannis are the forward tandem. Holiday out there with Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Lopez in at center. Now, here is Harden. Plenty of experience, Greg, on the floor tonight. How does that shape what we're about to see, do you think?
You know, Kevin, this is one of those games where guys are going to be smart out on the floor. They're going to be in the right positions to make plays. And honestly, this could come down to who makes the bigger, tougher shots.
Now, here's DiVincenzo. And he converts the layup.
Nice effort taking the early lead. Here we go.
Take a nice deep breath. You score on that first possession. Gets the game started the right way.
Here is Harden. And Harden with the stuff.
Yeah, just constantly attacking the paint. Harden does not settle.
And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Bounce pass, Holiday. Antetokounmpo against Griffin. Antetokounmpo, no good. And here are the Nets. Irving passes to Harris. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
Yeah, put some students in the classroom because that's exactly how you move the ball. Kyrie terrific at spotting the open man, and then you got to get it to him.
Now here is Holiday. Over Harden. The shot by Holiday, no good. Harris finds Irving. Lets the three fly. That's good from Harris on the assist by Irving. Harris has got 5.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
And Joe Harris, the lethal shooter. He can also be a threat in the pick-and-roll game.
Yeah, Harris does a great job reading what a defense is giving. He's more than just a catch-and-shoot type of player. Harris can hit shots on the move and isn't afraid to go at defenders.
So it's Brooklyn now after the basket by Milwaukee. The kick out to Irving. Count it, good.
They can't miss. 4 for 4 and warming up the burners.
Bucks trail by 5. Outside Holiday. Inside. And Lopez gets it to go.
Lopez powering through that time.
Nets have gone 4-4 to start. So a nice offensive rhythm to start here. On the wing, Irving. Rebounded by the Bucks. 1:57 left to play here in the first. And it's slammed in by Holiday.
Excellent display from Drew Holiday, running the fast break well and finding a way to nail that shot.
Holiday against Harden. Giannis grabs the miss. It's been a little while since they've been in the lead.
And that's why this is such an important possession for them. And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
DiVincenzo with it. Trying to get open is Lopez. DiVincenzo gets the bucket.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Irving dishes to Jordan. Rebound by Brook Lopez. They have a chance to go 2 for 1 here.
Let's see how they play the clock.
Giannis inside. Guarded by Harris. Giannis kicks to Holiday. Dishes it to Lopez. Kicks it down to Middleton. 2 on the clock. A shot by Holiday. Nobody around. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Here's Irving. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
How about the body control that time of Kyrie Irving? Absorbs the contact, stays focused, not going to be denied down there.
The Nets shooting their first free throw of the night here. Bucks trail by 4. Here is Forbes. Outside Portis. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. The shot's good from Irving. That's 7 points for Kyrie Irving.
Kyrie's such a blur in the open court, leaks out so quickly and then gets to the right spot in transition.
And so it's Brooklyn with their lead standing at 6. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And taking a look at the Nets' performance here, guys, what jumps out to you stats-wise?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
Yeah, couldn't ask for a better one right now. Just a complete rhythm by all the guys who got some minutes. Wonderful start.
So for Brooklyn now, we've got Brown. He's out there with Irving. Green is out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Claxton in at the power forward position. Outside Irving. On the wing, Green. Stripped away. Here is Forbes, covered by Irving. Here's Portis, and Portis throws it down.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
Execution with pace. That's a bad turnover that simply was telegraphed.
A nice shot by Irving.
Blinding speed there shown by Kyrie Irving on the boost. And when he puts it on the floor like that, he's getting all the way to the rim.
Here is Forbes. He's covered by Irving. Here's Karuch. Oh, good with the triple. Brooklyn leading by 4. Greg, LaMarcus Aldridge taking more three-pointers last season, easily passing his career highs in attempts with almost 3 a game.
And Aldridge shot a very respectable percentage from outside. In order to play heavy minutes at the 4, you need to be able to shoot. Good to see Aldridge still adding new wrinkles to his game.
Greg, we have a league of many great playmakers, don't we?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. LeBron James is obvious. You know, he played point guard technically for the first time last season, but he's always been a floor general. You look at a young man like Ja Morant, and he's been on the attack since day one when he hit the league. And there's so many more of those guys that are having an impact, understanding the value of that lead guard position. It is fun to watch.
It is so fun to watch. I agree.
Sweet to be a difference maker in the game, and he's been a great option for them on these possessions.
Here is Forbes. Pass to Portis. Back to Forbes. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And that one hits back iron. And it's Irving with the ball for Brooklyn. Got a piece of it. And here's the break. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn.
And coaches looking to seize every advantage, maximize every possession.
Got to feel good as a coach if you make all those adjustments, pull the right strings. That's what they love to do.
Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Brook Lopez is checked in for Bobby Portis. Giannis comes in for Rodions Kurucs. Dante DiVincenzo. He's checked in for P.J. Tucker. And it's Holiday in for Bryn Forbes. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Harden's checked in. The kick out to Aldridge. It's good. The assist that time from Harden. And the Nets lead by 8.
Well, this is why Aldridge is the focal point of the offense when he's on the floor. His ability to nail those shots.
Pass to Giannis. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
He just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. To the left wing. Passes it to Brown. Looks for Holiday. Gets it to him. Moving it up. Rips down the breakaway slam.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed. He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
Here is Harden following the bucket by the Bucks. 1:22 left in the first half of the game. Holiday, the pass to Antetokounmpo. 2 free throws coming up, and yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Now, here is Harden. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
You know, it tells you something about Harden that he's led the league in free throw attempts so many times. This man is always in attack mode.
Chris Middleton's checked in for the Bucks. And then for Brooklyn, Jordan, he's checked in for Aldridge. Griffin comes in for Nicholas Claxton. And Harris subbed in for Jeff Green. Now here is Holiday, and the basket is good. Holiday's got his second bucket of the night.
This is how you ruin an opposing team's defense. Holiday runs inside and finds the easy shot there.
Brown the pass to Jordan. There's 14 seconds left in the first half. Just 5 on the clock. Harden makes it off the glass. Harden's got his third basket of the night.
Inside, outside, Harden will attack you from anywhere. Nice play.
And here's Antetokounmpo outside. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. And we...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is right here. Say hey to the folks, Kenny. Hey, folks. Say hey to the... What a game it's been for Kyrie Irving. He had 12 points, 2 assists, and 1 steal. That's all for now.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Then there's Dante DiVincenzo. Then it's Chris Middleton, and it's Forbes in at the point. They're the group for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half. Brooklyn leading by 6. Irving surveying the floor. This one for 3, but they recover it. Rebound, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Bucks shooting certainly a key for them in this one. 55% from the field. Middleton against Harris. Shots good by Middleton.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And it's Irving with the ball for the Brooklyn Nets. Shot from the wing. Can't hit that one. And Milwaukee will come the other way.
Talk about things at halftime, and then you come out and you go 0 for 3. I'm sure that wasn't up on the board.
Lopez left side. And that's out of bounds. Milwaukee will retain possession.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time you might time that a little bit better and get a hand on it.
Now here's Middleton. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Middleton's got 5 points so far.
Well, he's accurate from behind the arc, and there's a reason why Chris Middleton takes a good amount of three-pointers.
Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Greg, we hear this a lot. It's almost too popular now to say good offense beats good defense. Being a defensive-minded player yourself, do you agree with that statement?
Absolutely, Kevin. And the thing is, in today's game, when I played, there was an era, you could hold teams in the 80s and 90s. You could go a quarter and keep them at 12, 15 points. You can't do that now. It's different. You've got to be able to win stretches of 2 and 3 minutes. And honestly, you're right. The offense does dictate far more, but it doesn't discount the importance of defense. And if you still look at the reigning champs and the teams that have won titles recently, that's still one area that they're consistent in, is their defensive approach.
Not sure they realize it's not halftime anymore. 4 attempts, and they're still looking for their first bucket.
Here's Harden. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got 3 assists tonight.
Superb at finishing through contact. Harden is just so elusive and creative on those strong drives.
Now the pass to Connaughton. Now here's Middleton. Deep. And the Bucks miss again.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
And the foul on Drew Holiday. That's foul number 2 for him. And the Nets making a change here. Chioza's checked in. Tries a 3 off the inbound. It's hauled in by Giannis. Giannis has got rebound number 5 here tonight. And good that time. Holiday's got 6.
Just more and more you see these small little plays that give you an idea how much Giannis is assimilating with his offensive game. Angles, passes, and more playmaking.
Now here's Harden. A shot by Griffin. Nobody around. That one rolling around and rims out. And stolen by Jordan. He's looking for Griffin and finds him. Jordan kicks to Harris. Offline with his 3. Bucks trail by 3. And Drew Holiday, the bucket on the assist by Giannis. Giannis has got 3 assists in the game. Harden outside. There's 1:17 left in the third quarter. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
Here's Giannis. And Giannis throws it down.
Man, defensively so tough to make a decision. What do you want to stop? You come off the pick, Giannis can pass, he can finish. It can really cause you to hesitate.
Here's Chioza. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Harris, no good.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
For the lead, Holiday attacking.
Well, he had the perfect opportunity to finish that one, guys, and just flat out blew it.
And stolen by Portis. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Middleton, the pass to Portis. Harris against Middleton. 6 to shoot. From deep. It's hauled in by DeAndre Jordan. Jordan's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Griffin dishes to Harris. Back to Griffin. Harden's shot is good. Harden's got 6 here in this quarter.
Well, Blake Griffin can find his teammates. The timing on that play, impressive.
It's still anybody's game as we've reached the end of 3. It's the Nets up by 3. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. Setting the floor for the Nets. On out there with Irving. Then there's LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Luwawu in at the 3, the small forward.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
And how about the sequence in its entirety? Momentum swing, and you love the effort here.
Irving kicks to Brown. To the paint. The Nets need to get a shot off here. A nice shot by Irving. 16 points for Kyrie Irving.
Kyrie not backing away from the contact there. In fact, welcoming that one, tricked you into it.
Pass to Tucker. Here's Nora. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Portis, the pass to Forbes. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. Nora can't get it to go. Brooklyn leading by 3. Aldridge down low. Working on Portis. It's tipped. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Portis. Stolen by Tucker. And up the court come the Bucks on the break. Pass to Portis. Down low. Kicks it to Tucker. Here's Karuch to tie it up. It's hauled in by Claxton. Just over a minute and a half played here in the 4th. Luwawu, the pass to Aldridge. Here's Claxton, guarded by Tucker. Irving with a clean look. On the wing, Irving. He dishes it to Aldridge. 2 points. That one goes. And the Nets lead by 5.
And they've had assists now in their last 3 baskets.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Passes it to Portis. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
Vital basket there. This is just the time and really just the situation when he looks to take over.
Outside Irving. Right side Aldridge. It's deflected. And the pass to Tucker. To the middle. And here is Portis. Back to Forbes. Got a piece of it. But they get it back. 3-pointer. The Bucks getting another chance here.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Craig, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. And a new group in for the Nets. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Aldridge. Green comes in for Nicholas Claxton. Harris is checked in for Luwawu Cabarrot. And it's James Harden in for Bruce Brown. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for Jeff Green.
Yeah, not the guy that you want to put at the line in these moments. He's not missing these.
Bucks trail by 3. 1:49 left in the 4th quarter. Holiday attacking. Now the feed to Middleton. 5 on the clock. Yep, that one goes in there.
Chris Middleton has been waiting for moments like that.
The Nets have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Harden the pass to Irving. Here's Claxton. Harris dishes to Harden. Pass to Claxton. And the rejection by Giannis. He gets that one. 1:12 left to play in the final quarter. Here's Antetokounmpo, and Giannis throws it down.
Big-time shot from young Giannis there. He feels more and more comfortable in these big moments.
Harden outside. The kick out to Irving. Back to Harden. Shot clock at 5. It counts.
That is world class.
Love seeing that there. A huge possession, and he nets it.
And so Antetokounmpo looking over it. And an intentional foul right there. And the Bucks with possession here.
Giannis Antetokounmpo is a star in this league, and more the team trusts him in those moments.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Harden outside. He kicks it to Irving. Pass to Jordan. No good as the first free throw missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second.
Well, there is continuous energy in DeAndre Jordan's play, really hustling on both ends and influencing those plays with that activity.
Left side, Antetokounmpo. Middleton inside the three-point line. Oh, he couldn't make that shot go to force overtime. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that about wraps. And a look behind the curtain here. Final preparation.
Kevin, thanks.
He stays working and stays true. David, thank you. Looking now at the lineups for both teams tonight. Some names out of action.
And some uncertainty arises when both teams are missing players. Who is better able to weather the storm and take care of business?
Here are the starters for Brooklyn. We've got Harden. Griffin is out there with Harris. Then there's Irving. And it's Jordan in at the 5 down low. And for the Trailblazers, they've got Norman Powell. Robert Covington out there with Giles. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic. And it's Lillard in at the 1. And so it's the Nets getting on the board first. And Damian Lillard throws it down hard.
It's easy to forget about Lillard's hops. I mean, this guy has some sick dunks up his sleeve.
Harden surveying the D. Some of the best in the game go at it here tonight, Chris. What an incredible guard matchup we have here in this one.
Kevin, there are some all-time greats playing at the guard spots these days. It will be a fun matchup to watch. One of the best point guards in the league, getting inside and finishing. Kyrie Irving.
The shot by Lillard, wide open. No good on the triple. Harden outside. Jordan, and DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Well, when you draw this much attention from the D, you know someone's bound to be left open, and Harden finds it.
Lillard, right side. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
The Nets making a switch here. Brown's checked in. And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play. Lillard against Irving. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan.
You better respect the interior game a little bit. When he gets deep inside, he forces the defense to hit him.
Well, free throws good from Lillard.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Outside Irving. He feeds it to Griffin. Kicks it to Jordan. The Nets working the ball around now. 5 to shoot. Brown the pass to Jordan. A beautiful reverse layup.
Sets and slips with the best. I mean, DJ mastered pick and roll action back in his days with the Clippers playing with CP3.
Now here's Lillard. It's 3 pointers off the mark. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far.
And drafted 42nd back in 2018 out of Miami, Bruce Brown has shown himself to be a rugged two-way guard.
Yeah, he's a second-round steal. Yeah, he competes at the defensive end of the floor, and his shooting numbers are trending in the right direction.
And finished off by Nurkic.
And what unselfish play from Lillard. This guy has no problem giving it up, especially when his teammate's wide open.
Irving kicks to Brown. Irving passes to Griffin. Covington with the steal. And now running up the court, Lillard pushing it up. Shoots the 3, and it's blocked by Jordan. Back to Lillard. Giles in the corner. Clock at 6. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Oh, Kevin, not a petty, not a Manny, but a facial.
Oh, a bounce to the ounce, Greg? Yeah, showing off the bunny. Now, here's Irving. Pass to Brown. He kicks it to Harris. Passes to Jordan. Brown outside. But they'll get another chance. Jordan finds Griffin. Out to Harris. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nets will retain possession.
And he made the right read on that play, but just couldn't secure the steal.
And you can tell he feels he should have had it still. The hustle was impressive.
And that was another look at the aggressive D that led to the Mobile One block.
Some intimidation right away. Got to show those shooters you're going to be there all night long.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Cantor checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. Anthony comes in for Harry Giles. And it's Simons in for Damian Lillard. Brooklyn with the ball. After the Trailblazers pick up 2. Claxton. Harris inside. Covington's there. The putback. It's good on the putback.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
34 seconds left in the first quarter. Pass to Powell. Outside Anthony. From deep three-point range. A rebound by the Nets. And here we go. Brooklyn fast break. Brown's got the ball. And there it is for him.
Oh, that's a well-deserved assist. Not every player has the vision to make that feed.
Here's Simons. He's covered by Irving. Simons, the pass to Cantor. Outside Covington. Offensive rebound.
Now, that's the staple of Cantor's game. This guy has a knack for knowing how to come up with offensive boards.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Nets lead. Well, earlier, Damian Lillard spoke to us about how he deals with the big.
I look to the times where
Greg, he's certainly a gentleman in victory and defeat.
You know, Lillard takes the L as a learning opportunity. Sure, it stings, but he also knows it can make them stronger if they use it right.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And from Brooklyn guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Old school approach. I mean, if you have a favorable matchup inside, just keep pounding it in there.
On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Nets. They've got Luwawu, Harden out there with Brown. Then there's LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Claxton in at the 5, patrolling the paint.
He doesn't get the finish, but the D's got to be quicker to rotate and stop him from getting to the rim.
Anthony, the pass to Cantor. And Cantor throws it down.
Cantor is a single-minded scorer. Doesn't like to be denied when he's got position, even dealing with a lot of contact.
Harden outside. Right side Aldridge. Good work defensively by Anthony. And Simons has got the ball here for the Portland Trailblazers. Here's Powell. With the shot. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there.
Well, Melo made his way back into the league last season. He was immediately a heavy minutes player for the Blazers. He looked good as a third scoring option for the team.
Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Here's Simons. And it's out of bounds to Portland. They'll retain possession. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Cantor. Giles comes in for Anthony. Robert Covington's checked in for Jones. And Damian Lillard subbed in for Anthony Simons. Green, he's checked in for the Nets. Griffin comes in for Luwawu Cabarro.
You can't be careless with the ball around Harden. He's great for swiping the ball and creating easy opportunities for his team.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Irving's checked in. Trailblazers trail by 5.
And with Melo not having to bear so much of the scoring load, I think was good for him.
Yeah, especially since he took about a year off from playing. Melo had to take a long look in the mirror about how he can help teams win during his absence. But he clearly has something left to offer.
Derek Jones, he's checked in for Portland. McCollum comes in for Norman Powell. Luwawu is checked in for the Nets. Harden outside. And there's the pass to Griffin. Over in the corner, Green. And again, it's the Nets missing.
Well, that's just a lucky break. Yeah, keep giving him that shot. Bad things will happen.
And he commits the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Cantor checked in for Yusuf Nurkic. And then for Brooklyn, DeAndre Jordan comes in for Blake Griffin. And Nicholas Claxton subbed in for Jeff Green. Here's Cantor over Claxton. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. Nets leading by 5. Inside, Luwawu. And Jones pulls it down. And Luwawu-Cabarrot is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. Rager, the all-time assist leader for the Big West Conference. In that frame, talk about some of the traits that make for a good floor general, a good point guard, a good facilitator.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you have to be a leader because that's what the position calls for. Unselfishness, instincts, that stuff matters. But ultimately, your teammates got to feel like you play for them. And that's when you have a chance as a team to be special.
I'm assuming you've always been like that. Am I correct?
No, that is not
really?
true.
Wow.
I evolved into a leader. In all seriousness, I think some guys are natural. Others, like myself, had to evolve into it.
Harris is checked in for Luwawu. And the basket by Harris.
This is what a leader does. Good at sharing the wealth and getting his teammates going.
Harden against Lillard. The 3. No good that time. So Brooklyn will take it the other way. Outside Irving. In the corner, it's Harris. Irving against McCollum. Back to Irving. Brooklyn needs to get off a shot here. Claxton, no good. Trailblazers trail by 5. McCollum dishes to Jones, and the layup's good off the glass.
That'll get you a pat on the back from your teammate, McCollum. Unselfish and aware, picking out the perfect pass.
There's 48 seconds left in the second quarter. Pops it up for Jordan. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. And here's McCollum for 3. It's good on the putback. Giles has got his second basket of the night.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Harden against Lillard. Harden kicks to Jordan. Back to Harden. And it's Harris off the drive. On its way from Irving for 2. And again, it's the Nets missing.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Lillard outside. Over Harden. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. The largest lead they had was 6.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You look at Enes Kanter, what a contribution.
The way he was able to finish on the block was incredible there in that first half.
Bringing the physicality. I mean, they kept working it to him, and he kept delivering.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. On the floor for Portland, they've got Giles. Powell is out there with Damian Lillard. Then it's Robert Covington, and it's Nurkic in at the 5. Kicks it out to Harden.
That's the art of rebounding in a nutshell. Box out, hold your ground, and haul in the miss.
Lillard against Harris. Lillard, the pass to Nurkic. Rebound, Brooklyn. Jordan's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
And Yusuf Nurkic missing a whole calendar year not too long ago. was still involved with the team during that stretch and was a fixture on their bench.
Yeah, shout out to my boy Nurkic. Hey, bro, you had some wild shirts on the sideline. I couldn't even watch the game. You was over there dizzying cats up. But I know you were doing your thing, but he would use clothing to call out other players, teams, and commentators. Nurkic doesn't mince words, and I'm glad he's back and playing.
And it's Giles missing. Brooklyn trailing. Pass to Claxton. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Harris, no good.
Slow to get warm after the break. 0 for 3 now. Maybe they need an early timeout. It's just to try to settle things down.
Ball's knocked loose. It's stolen by Brown. And here we go. Harden heading to the hoop. Finished off the break. And the Nets lead by 1.
Well, Harden's strength is part of what makes him special. Able to score through all kinds of contact.
And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Lillard against Harden. Lillard dishes to Covington. Shot clock at 6.
Might take them a little while to find their stride here in the second half. Only 1 for 4 so far. They just need to calm down, play their game.
Powell with the steal. And now running up the court, Lillard pushing it up. Lets it go with the 3. Drains the three-pointer. Lillard's got the lead up to 2 now for the Trailblazers.
Wow, the speed of Lillard. So masterful at making decisions in the fast break situations.
For 3, Harris. The rebound by Giles. Giles has got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Lillard with it. Picked up by Brown. Powell, no one around him. Misses the 3. And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for the Nets. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing.
And see, Webb, the strength and conditioning of James Harden, something I'm not certain everybody has an appreciation for.
Yeah, and to your point, back in high school, despite leading Artesia to back-to-back state championships, Harden dealt with asthma and was frankly out of shape. Over the years, dedication to diet and training, that enabled him to reach new heights.
Catching up on the changes for Portland. Enes Kanter's checked in for Harry Giles. And it's C.J. McCollum in for Lillard. Now here's McCollum. Kanter kicks to Nurkic. On the clock. Good. Nurkic has got his second basket of the night.
The closer Nurkic is to the basket, the more dangerous he is. A solid interior scorer.
Harden against McCollum. Harden the pass to Brown. Now here's Griffin on the wing. Harden. Back to Griffin. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point. And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Aldridge misses.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Shoots. And the shot is long. Brooklyn's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. The shot's good from Irving.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. McCollum dishes to Powell. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Kanter.
A flat-out loss of concentration. That kind of turnover will drive a coach crazy.
The Nets with the lead. Outside Irving. Johnson for three. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. 3 quarters of play in a close game here. It's the Nets. They're up. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
I mean, well, if you're the coaching staff, I mean, you're pumped up. This highlight will not only make it on the TV, it'll make it into the film session tomorrow.
3 tenths quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the 4th. So for Brooklyn now, Aldridge out there with Jordan. And it's Tyler Johnson. Then it's Kyrie Irving. And it's Luwawu in at the 3. Cans it from downtown.
Another area where Irving is lethal. I mean, sweet release on his 3-ball.
Lillard with it. And Damian Lillard with the jam.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
This is why they go to him. When the game is tight, he ups his intensity level.
Now, here's Irving. A rebound by Simon.
His interior scoring is one of the things that drives their offense. Don't expect him to miss many of those.
Kicks it out to Lillard. Back to Cantor. And Cantor throws it down.
Oh, man, what a slam by Cantor. His size lets him make easy work of those big plays in the paint.
Irving looking for an opening. Wide open look. Offensive rebound.
One thing never changes in the NBA. Jordan will always be there among the top offensive rebounders in the league.
Now here's Lillard. This is to Cantor. And Lillard kicks to Cantor. Here's Simons. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Oh, this is the kind of ball movement they want to get from Cantor. Scan the floor, and when you spot the open man, get it to him.
Now Irving. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the 4th. That's in for his 5th make of the night. Now shooting at a 50% clip, 5 for 10. Trailblazers trail by 3. Now here's Lillard. Simons the pass to Cantor. Throws it down as the official. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
During that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what Brooklyn's head coach said to the team. And he's pushing them to empty the tank. He said, I know you're tired and it's been a tough game, but we can't hold back. If you're tired, come out. Otherwise, I want you full speed, guys.
And that one, good. And the Nets lead by 2.
A proven commodity. Aldridge wants the ball during these moments. Loves being the guy to take that big shot.
Now here's Jones. 1:22 left in the game. This is it to McCollum. Here's Giles. Guarded by Jordan. Giles, that's good.
Love the unselfish mindset. I mean, McCullum is always looking to set his guys up.
And so it's Irving. He brings it up for the Nets. McCullum against Harden. Out to Harris. Back to Harden. Harris outside. Jordan trying to free himself up. Harris outside. Off target with his three.
With all these three-pointers he's missed in the first half, he's become a weight around him. I tell he's got to be more unselfish.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Yeah, he approached that one with total confidence. He has what it takes to come through in the clutch.
Now, here is Harden. Harris missing again.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And there's the whistle, called a clear path foul there. Yep, and he'll shoot two at the line. He drops the first one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Second one is good. Being both at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
They get what they want out of that trip. Now a two-possession game.
So for the Trailblazers, Nurkic checked in for Enes Kanter, and Robert Covington subbed in for Jones. And the Nets making a change here as well. Griffin's checked in. Here's Giles. Covington kicks to Lillard. On deep from beyond the arc, and then some.
You can tell Lillard loves to test his range. I mean, he's showing how confident he is pulling the trigger.
Irving with a clean look. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time.
Look at how assured Irving is. When the game is on the line, he demands the ball.
And so it's Portland winning this. David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Coming up next, welcome to 2K Sports for an NBA.
Good evening, Kevin.
What a story. David, thank you. Here are the starters for Brooklyn. We've got Jordan, Harden out there with Kyrie Irving. Then there's Griffin, and it's Harris in at the small forward. And for the Clippers, they've got Paul George. Morris is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then there's Kawhi Leonard, and it's Jackson in at the point. Now, here is Irving. Passes it to Harris. George with the defensive effort.
Well, you know, stopping him is never easy to do, but the defense was strong there.
Leonard attacking, can't cash in from close range. Leonard with the steal. It's George on the wing. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
And that kind of awareness from George is really exceptional, catching the defense flat-footed by rising up immediately on the catch.
Irving kicks to Harden. Irving against Leonard. Irving passes to Griffin. Back to Irving. And the rejection by Zubac. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That's his first foul. Now here's Jackson. We're about 1 minute into the first. Floats one up. And stolen by Jordan.
And before he had time to bring the ball back in off the pump fake, out, and they're off.
Lost contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line. That sends Kyrie Irving to the free throw line. That one on George. The Nets shooting their first free throw tonight.
You know, what comes to mind first when you think of Irving is his handle. Rush hour tight, but also his dynamic ability as a scorer.
George, no good.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play. And when he first came into the league, Blake Griffin's dunking made headlines. And while I'm sure he enjoyed that, he was also eager to show that there was more to his game. And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now here's Harden. For three, Harris. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
Well, I like how Jordan embraces his role on this team. I mean, it's all about rebounding and putbacks for him at the offensive end.
George looking around. Pass to Zubac. Releases from 15. He can't get that one to fall.
Usually, guys, he's going to knock that one down from there. Proficient at operating in that medium range area.
The kick out to Irving. Pass to Harris. Takes a three. Clock at 6. Irving passes to Harris. The second effort. Irving against George. And here's Harris from the arc. Nailed from three-point land. And you know, Greg, in the past, Griffin felt at times criticized as being a one-dimensional player.
I tell you, Kevin, I think he's answered those critics. You look at his passing and his development as a shooter, one of the more complete offensive players in the league. Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Oh, and here we go. Jackson, nobody back. And Morris throws it down.
That's the efficiency you want to see from Jackson, using his poise and vision to make a play.
And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That's his first foul. A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Green comes in for Blake Griffin. Luwawu is checked in for Joe Harris. And it's Brown in for Irving.
Well, I tell you what, with Harden, sometimes it seems the more the defense bodies him up, the more determined and effective he is in scoring.
Here's man. George up top. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Well, you have to be really on your toes when you're defending Paul George. He's excellent when it comes to using the pump fake to draw fouls.
And he knocks down the first one. The Nets making a switch here. Aldridge is checked in. Both shots good from the stripe.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
Rondo against Harden. Aldridge left side. Such a wide open look.
That's platinum level dime dropping right there by Harden. Such a smart passer. Gets us to his teammates on time and on target.
Now here's Rondo. Now the pass to Patterson. Outside, George. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. It's Harden. Oh, what a play! Woo!
And Harden, an absolutely vicious dunker. Terrific at bouncing towards the rim, but the epic throwdown.
Outside, George. 23 seconds left in the first quarter. Now here's Rondo. He's guarded closely. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Now Irving. with 1 on the clock. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And we reached the end of the first quarter. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the Nets, what do you think?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Boy, grinding it out on the glass. They've really been working for those points.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. And the Clippers, looking at who they've got. And, yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at. And how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Leonard on the wing. And it's good, coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. Leonard's got 4 points now in the quarter. I know you appreciate this, Greg. So much of defense now is closing out on the three-point shooting and then protecting the rim. Consequently, pull-up jump shooters are super valuable. And there are a lot of good ones in the NBA right now.
No doubt about it. And Kevin, you know, you think about a few guys. James Harden, I mean, he shoots that step-back three, but he's a guy that, because of his ability to utilize your inability to defend that three-pointer, Kyrie, Dame Lillard, those are some guys. Chris Paul still as good as anybody in that mid-range area. C.J. McCollum. These are guys that have really feasted and carved out a nice niche for themselves in the NBA because of that ability to take and make jump shots.
And I love that list. You're right on.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Irving, good.
Boy, good luck trying to keep Irving down. I mean, he's more than happy to take the contact and finish right through it.
Rondo scanning the floor. Doesn't go that time. Great D that time from Irving. And it's Harris with the ball for the Nets. 5-point lead, the biggest of the game.
And Clark, although he's not the force he once was on the floor, Rajon Rondo still can give you strong minutes in bursts.
Greg, I tell you what, I love watching this guy work. I know his double-digit assist days are long in his rearview mirror, but this dude still knows how to run a team, and he is ideal for leading your second unit because he's an orchestrator, a facilitator, a playmaker, and guys love playing with him. You can just feel how guys enjoy playing with Rondo running the show.
And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That's his first foul. Los Angeles making a switch here. George is checked in. Stolen by Jackson. And now the Clippers on the break. Morris with the ball. And George with the stuff.
Well, I tell you what, George has tremendous bounce ability. It's always fun to see him launch and throw it down.
Harden outside. 1:49 left to play here in the half. It's good.
And the lead should be safe if they can keep shooting the basketball like this.
Yeah, they're cracking. Absolutely cracking and looking to pad that lead.
And the foul on Tyler Johnson. That is his first foul of the game. .135 left in the first half. Here's Zubac over Jordan. Brooklyn with the rebound. Jordan's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Johnson gets the bucket. And it's a 9-point Brooklyn lead.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Passes it to Kennard. Fires for 3. The putback. Here's Zubac. Pass to Kennard. Now here's George, guarded by Harden. Pass to Zubac. 6 on the shot clock. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Goes up again, and it's blocked by Jordan.
Hey, you know he's around, and that's what he does. DeAndre Jordan throwing that shot out of there.
Harden kicks to Green. A 3 ball. Kennard with the rebound. Clippers trail by 9. His first shot coming late, and that one goes long. For Brooklyn, they've gone 6 of 8 from the field in the second quarter. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Harden dishes to Jordan, and it goes down 2 points. Jordan's got the lead up to 11 now for Brooklyn.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
The pass to Zubac. Morris outside. On the wing, Jackson. Back to Kennard. Drills it from outside. And so we conclude the first half. Nets lead by 8. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. They were never able to get the lead above. And that's a wrap with the third quarter.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. Without question, George is displaying his skills today.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of him.
Setting the floor for the Nets. Irving is out there with Harden. Then there's Griffin. Then it's Jordan. And it's Harris in at the 3, the small forward. There's the feed to Griffin. Right side, Jordan. Back to Griffin. Nets passing it around. Harden the pass to Jordan. Comes up empty down low.
Boy, he has to put that one away. A solid opportunity gone awry.
And he moves so well. When Leonard drives the lane, it's pretty much a guaranteed bucket. Terrific body control, and he plays with the ultimate force.
Second half just getting started. About a minute played. And it's good. 2 points.
Yeah, he's shown terrific control of the pace and the rhythm of this offense.
You know, numbers don't always tell the story, guys, but his assist totals do paint the picture here. I mean, he's got everybody involved.
Leonard, the pass to Zubac. Kicks it out to Leonard. Up and in on the layup. Leonard's got 4 this quarter.
So far, so good to begin this half. They're 3 for 3. Perfect.
Harden surveying the D. And Harden with the stuff.
Whenever Harden sprints inside, man, I love it. Has so many ways he can finish near the basket.
And it's kind of the running joke when you think of James Harden, often maligned for his lack of effort defensively, but quite honestly, I thought he improved a great deal a season ago.
And you know, Greg, I observed the same thing. His overall commitment was better. And not just steals and blocks either. I'm just talking about his awareness, his commitment to that end of the floor. It was a focal point. If he continues.
And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. And getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They have decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And the Nets making a change here. Nicholas Claxton's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. LaMarcus Aldridge comes in for Blake Griffin. Luwawu is checked in for Joe Harris. And it's Brown in for James Harden. Leonard with no one around. And it's off from three-point range.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
Brooklyn leading by 6. Irving surveying the floor. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Clippers have gotten 4 of their first 5 second-hand shots to fall. 80% since the break. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. Here's Aldridge. Pass to Claxton. Brown against Rondo. Here's Aldridge. Bank shot. No good. And it's Batum with the ball, bringing it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Here's Kennard. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2. Kennard's got 5 now.
You've got to box out on the boards. When you don't, that's what happens.
Kennard against Irving. Kicks it to Aldridge. Fires from 14. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. He has 6.
Have to D Aldridge up better than that. I mean, especially when he's roaming around this area of the floor.
Rondo against Irving. Back to Rondo. Outside Leonard. Here's the 3. Again, Leonard missing.
Not much falling for him this quarter, guys, and you can sense his frustration.
Pass to Irving. The tray. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
I don't think he's performing up to his own expectations, but they still find themselves out in front.
Batum with the steal. And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That'll be his second foul of the game. Both teams will make substitutions. Clippers trail by 6. Outside Rondo. To the inside, Patterson. And it's Patterson finishing it off.
You know, Rondo's highest priority is to get his teammates open shots every trip. I mean, that's what makes him go and endears him to his teammates.
Here's Irving. And yes, it's good. Irving's got 6 here in this quarter.
One of the things you've got to admire and respect about him is his aggressiveness at the offensive end, always in attack mode.
Rondo passes to Patterson. Basket good. Patterson's got his second bucket.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Irving can't hit.
And, you know, even though that shot didn't go down, I like how they got him a wide open look in space there.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Brooklyn's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the 3rd. Still 0 for 3. And here is Irving. He's got 11. An easy 2 points on the layup. Irving's got 13.
Yeah, you know, you got to appreciate the speed of Kyrie Irving. I mean, incredible at finding different ways to get to the basket, and he is not afraid of anybody.
What a performance for Kyrie Irving. He has been the story for the How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the 2-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or 2 when he needs to.
That's right. I mean, that's not his primary duty, but when the situation calls for it, he can do it and does it well.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. Morris is out there with Patrick Patterson. Then it's Paul George. Then there's Reggie Jackson. And it's Zubats in at the center. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Nets leading by 4. And Harris wide open. He shoots. The shot's good. Brown making the play.
Yeah, you know, it's all about running the right set. And right there, Harris does just that to capitalize.
Jackson looking around. Good on the bucket.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Well, you don't want to give him any open shots at this stage. Never mind a layup. Come on now. My goodness.
And Harden wide open. He shoots. A three-pointer off the mark.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And the rejection by Harden. And it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way. Jordan, he's checked in for Green. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Jackson against Harden. He kicks to Aldridge. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Clippers trail by 5. George with no one around. Off target from outside. And here comes Brown, leading the fast break. Harris passes to Brown. Harris with it. Covered by Morris. From deep, Harden. And the Nets miss again. The Clippers have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Zubats tipped back in for 2. Zubats has got his first points in this one.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
It's Harden with the drive. That one goes in.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
So for the Nets, Nicholas Claxton comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. And Kyrie Irving subbed in for Brown.
And, you know, after being a 6th man during the beginning of his career, Harden has blossomed into a big-time star. He's a top-tier combo guard in this league now.
George dishes to Leonard. Pass to Oturu. Back to Leonard. Clippers moving the ball around. 6 to shoot. Nice move. He takes it up and lays it in.
Not afraid to get physical there. Leonard makes the shot in spite of the contact.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Irving with the ball. There's the dish to Harris. And Morris has got the ball here for the Clippers. Trailing by 4. And that one's good. Leonard.
And, guys, that's the man you want with the ball in his hands on that critical possession. Kawhi being his best in the biggest moments.
Harden kicks to Irving. Kicks it out to Harden. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got 5 assists tonight.
And such a clutch shooter. I mean, he lives with a big shot. And when he's rolling like this, watch out.
Outside, George. A three-pointer's right on target.
Hey, when you got a player like George, in these moments, you turn to him. He knows how to deliver in the clutch.
Irving for 3. Buries the long-range jumper. Irving's got 11 in the second half.
Boy, you need a confident player to get you a big bucket. And that's exactly who Irving is and what he does.
Jackson with it. He's picked up by Jordan. Oturu, the pass to Jackson. George, that's a 2-pointer. Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got his 6th rebound on the night. Feeds it to Harden. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And it's a 6-point Brooklyn lead.
Got to make anybody besides Harden shoot the ball there. I mean, he doesn't feel the pressure. He embraces this stuff. It's right in his wheelhouse. Make somebody else shoot it.
George, it's good. And now they trail by just 4.
And because of Paul George's composure and even-keeled nature, his teammates have great trust in him in these situations.
There's 39 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Harden outside. Irving finds Harden. From outside, off the mark.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
George against Harden. The layup missed.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
Yeah, they have to extend the game. I mean, plain and simple. Use every second you can on the clock here.
Back to Harden. He dishes it to Irving. The pass to Harden. And now they decide to foul intentionally. He hits the first one, and that puts them up by 5. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Those free throws are the nail in the coffin, guys.
Here's Jackson. Money!
The quickness of Reggie Jackson, terrific. Superb at slicing apart the defense with his drives to the rack.
And so it's Brooklyn who scrapes by with the win. All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And don't let the high fashion fool. And a few players on the shelf, but the big absence is someone this team is going to be missing tonight. Here are the starters for Milwaukee. Giannis is the 4 with Lopez the 5. Dante DiVincenzo, he's out there with Holiday, and it's Middleton in at the small forward position. And for Brooklyn, they've got Kyrie Irving. Green is out there with DeAndre Jordan. Then it's Harden, and it's Harris in at the 3 spot. DiVincenzo can't hit it.
Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that. And that's a bad miscue, and you can't give up looks like that all game long.
Now, here is Harden. Pass to Jordan. And the rejection by Giannis. Down low. DiVincenzo gets the bucket. And Brent, these teams boasting great depth. Many feel that's a hallmark of a great front office.
You go back and you look, Kevin, at some of the teams that have made deep playoff runs or eventually won the championships. That tinkering about bringing in a veteran or just one piece to make that next step for that one matchup or that one series, finding contributions like that up and down the roster, absolutely, that can make a difference.
And we just got a second look there at the exceptional mobile one block.
And early in a game, these sorts of plays really can set the tone.
So clever. He finds different ways to probe inside, and Kyrie with a great finish.
Holiday with it. Lopez outside. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Hard to deal with Brook Lopez and that kind of size, especially when he's forcing the issue like this here and going strong.
Irving surveying the floor. The shot's good.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Here's Lopez following the basket by Kyrie Irving. For three, Middleton. Inside, Irving finds Harden. Nets passing it around. A nice shot by Harris.
Now just all alone down there. Credit goes to DeAndre for finding him. That's a nice pass.
Milwaukee is gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Holiday against Harris. It's stolen by Harris. Green passes to Irving. And it falls over the rim and in. Irving's got 6.
Not just the accuracy in the quarter, it's his movement and the energy that's getting him on this nice roll.
Holiday, no one around him. Milwaukee, no good that time either. Nets leading by 5, and here we go. They kick it out to Green from downtown. The rebound by the Bucks. Middleton outside and stolen by Kyrie Irving. On the wing, Green. Harden outside, back to Green. But they get it back. And it's rebounded by Drew Holiday. Bucks trail by 5. .137 left to play in the first. Here's Antetokounmpo. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
That's a battle down there. It's one of the reasons Lopez has been in this league for over a decade. Solid effort.
Harden against Holiday. Harden kicks to Jordan. Green, the pass to Jordan. Holiday against Harden. It's good.
Inside, outside. Harden will attack you from anywhere. Nice play.
Holiday looking over the floor. Middleton for 3. Kyrie Irving with the rebound.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And Harden with the stuff.
You know, and with how deliberate he can be, Harden still can surprise defenders with that burst, that underrated vertical that he possesses.
Lopez finds Holiday. Middleton right side. Middleton on the wing. Over Harris. Middleton can't get it to go.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Irving against DiVincenzo. Outside Irving. Lock at 6. Harden outside. Irving dishes to Harden. And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession. Five seconds left in the first. Here's Tucker. No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. This is what Giannis Antetokounmpo recently told us when he was...
For me personally, I just want...
And for Giannis, Greg, the consistency from range has been a focal point.
The more accurate he is from outside, the wider the driving lanes become, making him nearly impossible to stop.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1/4 of action so far. And from Brooklyn guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, their effort on the defensive end has set the tone for this game.
That defense has been infectious here as everybody stepping up aggressively on that end.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. And Milwaukee looking at who they've got. Chris Middleton is out there with P.J. Tucker. Then there's Bobby Portis. And it's Forbes in at the 1. Here's Chioza. Shot clock at 6. Luwawu, the pass to Chioza. No good from outside. The Bucks trail. Middleton for 3. And it's Chioza with the rebound.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
And Aldridge, the basket on the assist by Brown.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Forbes dishes to Tucker. Middleton outside. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's on LaMarcus Aldridge.
Middleton, a good scorer, and good scorers can use the pump fake to their advantage.
And the Nets making a change here. Johnson's checked in. Today, Greg, we see a lot more friendly rivalry. Does that bother you?
Not at all. I mean, people like to say, well, our era had the rivalries were more bitter. I disagree with that. I think guys are every bit as competitive today as they've ever been.
That's good to hear.
They just also have more exposure and opportunity to be around one another. Kids today growing up, they've been playing against each other since the 5th, 6th grade in national tournaments. When we played, we didn't get to see the other top players around the country. So I think that was one reason why you didn't have a closeness with guys that unless you were on the same team.
And that one's good by Aldridge.
Well, he's been around the block a few years. Aldridge added that J a few seasons ago, has stuck with it, a big part of his staple.
Now here's Middleton.
This feels like it's snowballed a little bit on them. The more he tries to shoot his way out of this slump, the worse it seems to get. They need him to get it together.
And the Bucks making a change here. Holiday's checked in. Johnson outside. No good with the triple. Bucks trail by 4. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
For Brooklyn, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field in the second quarter so far. Here's Brown. Good, and Aldridge gets the assist. Brown's got his first points of the game.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
And Holiday kicks to Connaughton. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Here's the pass to Forbes. It's stolen by Johnson. It's 2-on-1. Aldridge, the pass to Claxton. The 3 kept alive.
It took a little bit of time, but now he's taking the pen off the cap and putting his mark on this game.
Now here is Holiday. Defense right on him. Right side, Portis. That one's not going to go. Nets leading by 8. Johnson surveying the floor. And there's the foul. It'll go on P.J. Tucker. That is his first foul of the game. Some changes for Brooklyn. Harris is checked in for Luwawu Cabarro. And it's James Harden in for Brown. Milwaukee also making some changes. Brook Lopez is checked in for Portis. Antetokounmpo comes in for P.J. Tucker. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Bryn Forbes. Count that bucket.
Drew's got such a great build, 205, 210 pounds, a bigger guard. Hard to knock him off of his shot.
Now here's Johnson. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Harden the pass to Claxton. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Giannis kicks to Holiday. And the three off target. The Nets with the lead. Harden outside to the middle. Out to Harris. Lets it go from deep. Rebounded by the Bucks. Outside Holiday. Stolen by Harden. That shot off. And so it's Brooklyn. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again. Brooklyn came out looking very confident. Their lead at one point was up to 7. And that should do.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Kyrie Irving really making a difference here.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
Kyrie Irving is out there with Harden. Then it's Joe Harris. Then it's Jordan. And it's Green in at the 4 slot. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. In a wide open look for Irving. Drains it from beyond the arc. Irving's got the lead up to 9 now for the Nets. And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. Fires from deep. That one, no good. Net shooting at 44%, pretty reasonable. Feeds it to Jordan. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Here's Middleton, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to be on James Harden.
The versatility Middleton offers up is exceptional. A capable defender, a good scorer, an effective shooter. Those are the kind of switchblade players the coaches love.
Around the free agent race last year, for your money, Greg, who would you have rather take? Kawhi and PG, Kevin Durant and Kyrie.
Oof.
Wow.
I tell you what, it's a tough call. You know, Kawhi's got a couple finals MVPs. KD's got a couple. Kyrie's got a ring. It's a tough call. I mean, PG is more than capable, man. I think it's a toss-up, partner.
I agree. Yep, I'm going to agree with you.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
Yeah, they're like a 4-day-old soda right now, just flat. They're missing shots left and right and just not playing their best.
So for the Nets, Blake Griffin, he's checked in for Green. Luwawu Cabarrot comes in for Harris. And it's Bruce Brown in for James Harden. And Milwaukee also making a switch. Bobby Portis is checked in for Brook Lopez. Now here's Irving. 9 points in the game so far. Brown outside. Back to Irving. 6 on the shot clock. Kicks to Griffin. The Nets need to get a shot off here. Shoots over Portis. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Bucks trail by 7. Giannis with it. And Griffin picks him up defensively. And it's good for 2. Giannis has got his first 2 points of the night.
See the way Giannis kept going and kept his eye on the basket? That helped.
And you go back, Giannis Antetokounmpo, the 15th pick in that 2013 draft. Hindsight, obviously 2020, but I think it's safe to say he should have been drafted a little bit higher.
Yeah, you have so many of those blogs out there to go back and want to redraft classes. Giannis Antetokounmpo back in 2013. I'm pretty sure at this point would be taken number 1.
Now here is Holiday following the miss by Griffin. The kick out to Antetokounmpo. They get it back. Back to DiVincenzo. The shot by Middleton, wide open. Drills the three-pointer. Now just a 2-point Nets lead.
Well, he's accurate from behind the arc, and there's a reason why Chris Middleton takes a good amount of three-pointers.
Here's Harden. Chioza passes to Harden. Here's Luau. Harden scanning the floor. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Harden's got 6.
Well, clock winding down. None better than Harden at getting buckets in a hurry.
Here's Antetokounmpo. The shot misses. And Brooklyn will come the other way. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Luau, the pass to Jordan. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Here's Chioza. Here is Harden. 6 points for him. And Holiday, here we go. DiVincenzo can't hit it.
Yeah, better than giving up the layup. You want to go in there and use the hard foul. They did it there. That's aggressive attitude defensively.
And here's Harden for 3. Rebound, Milwaukee. Giannis has got his 8th rebound here tonight. Jordan, the pass to Claxton. Back to Jordan. Kicks it out to Harden. Harden missing again.
Yeah, one player sometimes can drag down your offense, and he seems to be an anchor here in this quarter. Well, it's one thing to play good defense, but then to alter the shot and get the rebound, that's a good day's work.
Claxton, great positioning on the putback. And the Nets lead by 6.
Oh, what terrific hustle. He's got a nose for the rebound.
Greg, he's ferocious when the ball goes up. Holiday left side. Rebounded by the Nets. Here's the 3. Harden, no good.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
Not sure how he saw that there. Holiday with a firm understanding how to get the ball to an open teammate.
Here is Harden after the made shot from Bobby Portis. Now, here is Harden. He has 6. Here's Harden on the wing. Pass to Jordan. Uncovered. And Nicholas Claxton gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. And here's Holiday. He kicks it to Forbes. Over Irving. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in.
Nice to see Kyrie focus on locking down his man defensively. You can use that speed to your advantage on that end, too.
And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. On the floor for Milwaukee starting the fourth quarter, they've got Brook Lopez. E.J. Tucker is out there with Holiday, and it's Forbes in at the 2-guard spot. Here is Forbes following the three-pointer by Brooklyn. It's stolen by Brown. In transition, here come the Nets. Count that one.
Kyrie's such a blur in the open court. Leaks out so quickly and then gets to the right spot in transition.
Irving against Holiday. Yes, that goes in.
Well, that's how you draw it up right there. A screen to shed the defense, a quick move to the bucket, and you get the lay-in.
Irving drives in. Out to Harris. Brown down low. Right side Aldridge. Pocket 6. Back to Brown. The kick out to Aldridge. And it's good off the back rim and in. Aldridge has got the lead up to 9 now for the Nets.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement. Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
Yeah, you can see when it's that close, players react. You just, oh, man, we just missed that one. Maybe they'll get another chance at it.
Holiday with the three. Another shot. Connaughton kicks to Forbes. LaMarcus Aldridge grabs the miss. Aldridge has got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight. And so they foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Green, he's checked in for LaMarcus Aldridge. Milwaukee also making some changes. Antetokounmpo's checked in for P.J. Tucker. Chris Middleton comes in for Pat Connaughton. And it's Dante DiVincenzo in for Bryn Forbes. Griffin, and he makes good on the layup. Griffin's got his first basket.
And Kyrie doing a good job of just setting everybody up, making sure there's a great pace and tempo to each possession offensively.
Green passes to Brown. The kick out to Irving. Nets passing it around. On the wing, Harris. They get it back. Outside, Green. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Griffin. Green's got himself on the board with three there. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
So for the Nets, LaMarcus Aldridge is checked in for Griffin. DeAndre Jordan comes in for Green, and it's James Harden in for Brown. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for the Bucks.
Well, Giannis scores inside, one of the best in the business at getting his feet wet in the paint, and a strong feel for the attack that time.
Now, here is Irving. Outside Jordan. On the wing, Harden. Shoots over DiVincenzo. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. And so Giannis will bring it up for Milwaukee. Down by 12. And that one's good from Connaughton.
Just more and more you see these small little plays that give you an idea how much Giannis is assimilating with his offensive game. Angles, passes, and more playmaking.
Now here's Irving. Harden outside. Looking to get back on track here. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Bucks trail by 10. Outside, Antetokounmpo. The feed to Lopez. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. Drew Holiday is checked in for Pat Connaughton. Brooklyn's gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Harden outside. And again, it's the Nets missing.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
And then the young fella busts out the slick move inside to get open for the jam.
Greg, that was sick and slick. The D had no chance. Here's Irving following the bucket by the Bucks. Passes it to Aldridge. Takes a three, and it's Kyrie Irving with the three.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
Awesome to see their output tonight, trying to urge their team on, and that can always help. That home advantage of home fans getting you going, fully on display here.
Here's Irving following the basket by Giannis. Irving passes to Harris. Harden outside for three. Milwaukee with the rebound.
Guys, let's just go ahead and call this one. It's over.
You want to keep expending energy, or do you want to start thinking about the next one?
I tell you what, he was on a mission on that possession. Did not stop working until he got it up and in.
Irving finds Harden. From deep three-point range, the long distance three is barreled.
And doesn't matter how a defense plays him. Harden is going to make sure that that three-point shot is a primary weapon.
And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And a glimpse inside the locker room. Players final. And a look at the status here of both teams' injured players and who will not be in the lineup.
And with both teams at less than full strength, we'll have to see which side is able to remain more effective.
The starters for the Portland Trail Blazers. Derek Jones is out there with Robert Covington. Then it's Damian Lillard. Then there's Yusuf Nurkic. And it's Simons in at the 2. And for the Nets, we've got Brown. He's out there with Kyrie Irving. Jordan is out there with Harris. And it's Claxton in a power forward.
Lillard is capable of getting up to slam it home. You better keep him out of the paint.
Irving against Lillard. Irving passes to Claxton. Lillard against Irving. Just 5 to shoot. Kept alive. Second chance shot. And it's good on the way in.
Almost impossible to stop on the drive at times. I mean, Irving's penetrating ability, just remarkable.
Lillard, the pass to Covington. Back to Lillard. And Jones has it in the corner. Hits the front of the rim and out. The Nets have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Claxton, no good. And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for Portland. And a deep three from Lillard. And that comes off the assist by Jones. Lillard's got 5.
You got to get out on Lillard. I mean, his long-distance shot, you know it's cash.
On the wing, Harris. Fires the 3. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers.
Just 1 for 5 from the field now. I mean, they've come out flat. They need to pick up the energy.
Lillard against Irving. And Lillard gets it to go. 7 points in the game.
A nice start for them offensively. 3 of 4 to kick things off.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Here's Irving. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
I mean, he's a strong finisher. He exhibits great body control. Irving, he's a special talent.
Three-pointer, Lillard connects from three-point range. Lillard's got a pair of threes now in the first quarter for the Trailblazers. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Irving drives in, knocks it loose. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Teams have dynasties, the 90s, Michael Jordan. We've seen it over the many decades. Over the next decade, though, who do you think's going to lead the pack there, Greg?
Ooh, that's a great question. You know, with the way Father Time is treating LeBron, you might have to wait and see because he is still playing at such a high level. But You know, obviously Giannis has got to be on the short list with the Bucks. For me, I really look at Luka in Dallas. I just feel like with Kristaps Porzingis, that duo could just be deadly with how the game is played. But don't sleep on the Celtics with Tatum and Brown and that group that they have, with the front office they have. Man, I think the league overall is going to be in great shape moving forward.
It sure seems that way. Now, here is Harden after Enes Kanter's miss. Oh, and James Harden throws it down hard.
I mean, come on, man. Harden is ridiculously clever, including how he decides to posterize you. A superb athlete.
Now here's McCollum, and there's a whistle that's going to go on James Harden. That is his first foul of the game. And a new group in for the Nets. LaMarcus Aldridge, he's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Nicholas Claxton comes in for Green. Luwawu Cabarro, he's checked in for Harris. And it's Tyler Johnson in for Bruce Brown.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Aldridge kicks to Luwawu Cabarro. Here's Harden, and the jam by Harden.
Athleticism Harden possesses is scary. I mean, he's constantly driving toward the basket for these dunks.
McCollum up top. He's guarded by Johnson. Pass to Powell. McCollum right side. Powell the pass to Giant. Misses from short range. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for Brooklyn. They trail by one. That gives them the lead.
That's just the product of good pass work. I mean, nice team basketball right there.
McCollum outside. Passes to Giles. Over Claxton. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
Here's Aldridge. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And really hard trying to distract Aldridge. I mean, when this guy's determined to score, he's going to capitalize no matter what.
And that one falls for LaMarcus Aldridge. We've got 13 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Now Lillard. And he banks in the layup. Lillard's got 12 points in the game.
And with that basket, he's able to end a 10-0 run by the Nets.
The Nets shooting their fourth and fifth shots at the foul line in the game.
In a season ago, they hit about 75% of their free throws.
Look, he's always a league leader in free throw attempts. I mean, Harden's so shifty, so strong, and he can beat you from any spot on the floor.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
And their score. Greg, we know many guys in the NBA have range, but Damian...
When I'm training in the summer.
The team seems to support, Greg, that philosophy 100%.
The game has changed. Some guys would rather take a few steps back to get a cleaner look. Lillard being one of them.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And from Brooklyn guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Showing a lot of confidence in their rotation. They went right to that bench when they needed points.
Oh, credit the coach. Some guys wouldn't have made those substitutions in the first quarter. Now it's paying off.
Griffin is out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. Then there's Brown. Then it's Harden. And it's Irving at the one spot. So that's the Nets 5. Now, here is Irving. Left side, Griffin. Irving finds Harris. Launches a three. The shot, no good. And the Trailblazers going the other way. Pass to Powell. Portland moving the ball around. Outside, Covington. Anthony, the pass to Covington. That one falls, coming off Anthony's feet. Covington's got 4 this quarter.
The strength of Covington, willing these shots in, despite the D being very aggressive.
And last year showed that there's still a place in the NBA for a guy like Melo. Mostly a mid-range shooter in the league that has turned away from that. But buckets are buckets, and Melo can still light it up.
And Lillard is going to pick up a foul. That is his first foul of the game. A different look now for Portland. Yusuf Nurkic, he's checked in for Cantor. Derek Jones comes in for Anthony. And it's Simons in for Norman Powell. Well, Carmelo Anthony was out of the NBA for about a year, calendar-wise. Greg, were you surprised it took him so long to get a look and get back in the NBA?
Kevin, I wasn't shocked, but absolutely I was surprised. I mean, it was always going to take the right fit for Melo and the right team. And in this case, it was the Blazers. But Melo showed he has legs left in the league and can still be a positive.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And rightfully so. Also, how lackluster was the defense right there with the score this tight?
Luwawu is checked in for Brooklyn. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Giles checked in for Robert Covington. Anthony comes in for Jones. Powell is checked in for Anthony Simons. And McCollum subbed in for Lillard. McCollum outside. He feeds it to Powell. The pass to Giles. He dishes it to Carmelo. The Trailblazers get it back in a new 14. Griffin with the steal. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. Pass to Irving. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Passes it to Luwawu. Just 5 on the clock. The kick out to Aldridge. And the Nets miss again.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
It's Powell on the wing. He's covered by Brown. McCollum feeling it out a bit. Here's Giles. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Giles has got his first bucket of the night.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
McCollum against Irving. He kicks it to Aldridge. Over McCollum. Aldridge can't get it to go. Here's the Trailblazers with the ball. 9 points in a row. Good run for him right now. Powell against Brown. Powell, the pass to Giles. Back to Powell. Pass to Nurkic. And he uses the glass on the layup. And it's a 7-point Portland lead.
Well, I love Nurkic's shot selection. I mean, outstanding at getting to his spots and converting.
Irving kicks to Aldridge. Yep, that one goes.
And with that one, it ends an 11-0 run by the Trailblazers.
And so it's McCollum with it. He brings it up for the Portland Trailblazers. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. The pass to Anthony. Here's Powell. On deep. The rebound by Luwawu. Nets trail by 5. Here's Irving. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Irving's got 6.
Irving does a solid job maintaining his balance, even with the D being all over him. Impressive athleticism.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Powell. That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Irving looking for an opening. And a miss there on the triple. And there's the foul. It'll go on Bruce Brown. That's his first foul. Lillard fires away from way outside. Portland no good that time either.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Yeah, and I have too, which is why they're...
Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets under.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Leading the way at the start, it was Damian Lillard. He had 12 points. Dame Lillard. And that'll do.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You have to like what we've seen so far from Damian Lillard.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look they wanted.
Yeah, working the ball, getting clean, quality looks. I mean, just efficient basketball through and through.
Here's who Jerry Stotts is starting the second half with. They've got Jones, Robert Covington out there with Nurkic. Then it's Damian Lillard, and it's Simons in at the 2. Claxton the pass to Brown. To the inside. Sweet move. Claxton with the bucket. Claxton's got the first basket of the second half here for the Nets. Greg, if you're a small market team, how do you convince stars that you've drafted and developed to stay and re-sign?
It's a great question, Kevin. I actually think in a lot of ways it's easier today because you can be box office. You can be a superstar in a small market and have the name recognition because of the era we play in. And so I think the biggest way to keep them there is to build a championship caliber team around them. I think that is your saving grace. If you can prove to them that you can build a championship caliber team, I don't really think that there is a reason to want to leave.
It's a solid blueprint. No good on that one. Now Portland takes it the other way. And Nicholas Claxton gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Cantor checked in for Yusuf Nurkic.
Yo, check that.
Here is Lillard. 14 points for him. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And the shot goes down. Harden's got 8 points.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Now here's Lillard, guarded closely. Here's Cantor. Covington in the corner. Trailblazers keep it alive. Cantor, the pass to Simons. Lillard with it, feeds to Cantor. Tries yet again. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Cantor's got his first bucket in this one.
He's one of the best per-minute rebounders in the game. Cantor gets a lot of his points this way.
Harden scanning the floor. Dishes it to Jordan. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
He's terrific at finding the open man. I mean, good awareness from the floor, from the combo guard. Harden.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. And the 3-ball is good. He's got 17.
I mean, logs his first 3 of the second half after nailing 2 in the first. They don't want to let this fella get going. And last season, we saw teams double and trap James Harden more than any other player in the league. As soon as he crossed half court, they did not want the ball in his hands.
Jones with it. Picked up by Harris. Outside, Jones. Back to Cantor. And Cantor throws it down.
When you pair Cantor's strong frame with his scorer's mentality, you get a guy that loves the guard.
And all the trapping had to frustrate Harden. But whatever may come, he's going to make the right play.
Yeah, and he can, Jay, because he's not just a good passer. He's a great passer. He averaged over double-digit assists the year they played him at point guard. He makes you pay for sending help.
And you got to love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grind-it-out game.
A minute 20 left in the third quarter. Here's Lillard. 8 for 15 with that made basket, but he's not satisfied yet.
What more can you say about Lillard's gritty demeanor on the court? I guess contact doesn't bother.
Harden kicks to Harris. And that one is good. Harris has got his first basket of the night.
I like that pick play. I mean, you can see how easily it makes it for him to get to the cup.
Lillard outside. Pass to Simons. Cantor. It's good on the putback. Cantor's got the lead up to 8 now for Portland.
Oh, he's a great presence to have near the bucket. Cantor's going to go after every rebound. And when he gets his hands on that, that's what happens. Passes
it to Chioza. Harris looking it over. Harris missing again.
His offense has been non-existent tonight. It's really hurting.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Right side, Jones. Pass to Simons. Shot clock at 6. Here's Cantor. Covington passes to Lillard. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down. And now it's a 10-point Trailblazer lead.
All right, I'm telling you, don't let Lillard get in rhythm. Once he's feeling it, he's going to burn you on every possession.
And so it's Damian Lillard making things happen for Portland. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Great vision. He's a gifted passer. Has his finger on the pulse of this offense.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. Kyrie Irving is out there with Harden. Then there's Griffin. Then there's LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Luwawu in at the small forward. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn.
Oh, and when Harden is going strong to the rim, he's looking for the throwdown, ripping the rim down hard on that one.
Anthony right side. McCollum against Irving. Got a piece of it. Stolen by Harden. In transition, here come the Nets. And that one's good, Irving.
Look at that. Irving just leaked out wonderfully in transition. He's a remarkable decision maker in fast break situations.
McCollum outside. That one falls.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
We see this all too often. You have to be willing to put in the work.
Powell against Harden. The kick out to Irving. Powell pulls it in.
And they continue to control the glass.
It's McCollum on the wing. Anthony nowhere around. Kicks it out to McCollum. Some nice ball movement here by the Trailblazers. Shot clock at 5. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. The shot by Anthony, no good.
He's done a lot of the little things to help put them in front. I mean, but his offense has not been there for him tonight.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
And Luwawu Cabarrot is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. Some changes for Brooklyn. Jeff Green, he's checked in for Griffin. And Harris subbed in for Luwawu Cabarrot. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Nurkic checked in for Cantor. Giles in the corner. Back to McCollum. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Some changes for Brooklyn. DeAndre Jordan comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Griffin in for Green. And here's Griffin. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. A great 4th quarter, just giving up 2 points. Harden dishes to Jordan. And it's Jordan with the jam.
And that's a big reason why Jordan's field goal percentage is always so high, because most of his finishes come right at the rim.
McCollum against Irving. McCollum kicks to Powell. Back to McCollum. And he gets the whistle. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And the Nets making a change here. Claxton's checked in. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Lillard's checked in. Lays it up and banks it in. Lillard's got 11 points here in just the second half.
That's why you give Lillard the rock. When it's an important possession, you know he's going to rise to the occasion.
Irving passes to Jordan. Kicks it out to Harden. Now here is Harris. There's the pass to Claxton. Harden outside. Portland grabs the miss. They've led by as much as 10. Anthony, the pass to Lillard. From past the arc. That shot, no good. The Nets go the other way with it. It's Harden with the drive. Yes!
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
That's why they put the ball in his hands. They know they can count on him to make crucial shots.
Now, here's Lillard. From 15 feet away. Good!
Clutch is Lillard's middle name. Time and time again. This guy comes through for his squad.
Harden against Lillard. Harris outside. Pass to Claxton. From deep, Harden. At the tip. And there's Jordan putting it right back in.
One thing never changes in the NBA. Jordan will always be there among the top offensive rebounders in the league.
And they go to the intentional foul. And taken away by Brown. And here comes Harris leading the fast break. It's in! And tie game. That is a huge basket right there.
And after all that time, finally, they've been able to tie it up here in the fourth quarter. What a comeback and what a finish we have in store.
I didn't think they'd be able to come all the way back. This game's had a little bit of everything.
Oh boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it? Timeout called the Nets. They're behind by 2. Just 4 seconds left to play here in the fourth. And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Damian Lillard.
And guys, no doubt who our pick is going to be. He's made everyone else on the court look like they're playing at half speed. It's been total domination, and you can't help but just sit back and admire that performance.
Known for his defensive chops. Covington's length.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
tonight. A lot of minutes and shots to go around.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. They've got Jackson. Morris is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's George in at the 2. And for Brooklyn, we've got Green. Harden out there with Kyrie Irving. Then it's Joe Harris. And it's Jordan in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And here are the Nets. Harden finds Irving. Outside, Green. And Harden with the stuff.
Now, you can't sleep on this guy's finishing ability. He loves getting room to throw it down on you. And he'll put you in a poster if you let him.
Now, here's George. Tries again. And it's blocked by Jordan. In transition, here come the Nets. Harden trying to get open, and Green gets it to go. Right now, both these sides dealing with injuries. We won't be seeing either of them at 100%.
I agree with you, Kevin. It's been tough for both of these teams as they work through their rotations due to the injury bug. Credit goes to not only the coaches for trying to plug the holes and manage their rosters, but to the players. You know, when you're a pro, even if you're not initially in the rotation, you've got to always be ready to go. And these guys have stepped up well, the reserves.
Irving from long range. Kawhi Leonard comes up with the rebound. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
They get it again. George passes to Leonard. 5 on the clock. Goes back up. And Morris with the lay-in.
And I like the different looks that Morris can give you. Inside, outside, and in transition.
Harden surveying the D. Outside Irving. Offline with his 3. LA's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Here's George. Jordan with some nice D.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
You know, guys, it seems to me as though he's over anxious. He seems to be pressing, trying too hard, moving too fast. Just needs to calm himself down and wait for good shots.
Outside Leonard. From outside the arc. After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
How about Kawhi Leonard knocking down the 3 ball? Didn't have that shot when he got into the league. Love seeing how he's improved as a shooter with the outside jumper.
Now here is Harris. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. Brooklyn shooting their first free throw attempt on the night.
And they were 75% from the line a season ago.
And the technical free throw is good.
I don't know if there's a player in the league that has better handles than Kyrie Irving. As a matter of fact, his handles are as good as any I've seen in the history of the game. Smooth, crafty, cunning. Man, it is so much a joy to watch this guy do his thing.
Now here's Batum. The shot goes down and it gets this game back to even.
Boy, that's big-time concentration from Batum. Able to battle his way through contact and still get the finish.
And it's Jordan that's out the key. Pass to Harris. Back to Jordan. The Nets working the ball around now. And it's Harris off the drive. The shot's good from Jordan.
Hey, when you're as big and strong as Jordan is, you expect to get hit. You expect contact. And Jordan doesn't let it bother him.
Pass to Kennard. And the pass to Patterson. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast. And so it's Harden bringing it up for the Brooklyn Nets. 59 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And Rondo sends it back.
Well, you forget sometimes how much of an impact Rondo can have defensively. They're showing off some superb vertical as he goes up for the block.
Here's Aldridge. Dishes it to Harden. And the call will be against Luke Kennard. That's his first foul. So for the Nets, Nicholas Claxton comes in for DeAndre Jordan. And Luwawu subbed in for Joe Harris. Harden dishes to Aldridge. Brown wide open. He fires. And a great assist by Aldridge as that one goes in.
Boy, Aldridge commands so much defensive attention. There's bound to be somebody open on every possession. And this time, LaMarcus finds it.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Batum attacking. The feed now to Patterson. Back to Batum. Patterson controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Great job of crashing the offensive glass. He stayed with it. That's hard-nosed, tough basketball.
Here's Luwawu. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. And catching up with Luke Kennard before the game, he discussed what it takes for young players.
You know, this game, it's...
You know this, it takes time mentally for the game to slow down.
It's a great point. This is why most championship teams are laden with seasoned veterans. You can't rush experience. It happens at its own pace.
And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And from Brooklyn guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, look at the energy, the effort defensively. They put it all out there in that opening quarter.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Batum is out there with Kennard. That's Rajon Rondo. And it's Oturu in at the center.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Nets.
Fellas, they're passing the ball the way you're supposed to here in this first half.
They've established their presence in the paint tonight. Also, a lot of their scoring to this point coming from down low.
Greg, you showed toughness and grit when you played. You've got to succeed in this league with those things at the forefront, right? Being tough, being gritty. And there are several players whose style you admire that play like that.
I mean, no doubt about it. You have the superstars, the Kawhis, the LeBrons, who continue to do it. They can intimidate you physically, but they also provide tremendous skill set. But two other guys, Russell Westbrook, Jimmy Butler, they're also guys that exemplify that toughness. You know, two guys, when you look at those two, a lot of people didn't project them to be what they've become. And it's impressive to watch them take the floor night in and night out.
Kennard's shot is off. Nets leading by 6. Aldridge looking for an opening. A 3-ball. It's stolen by Rondo. Here's Oturu. That one misses. And Brooklyn will come the other way. Releases from 15. Up again. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Claxton's got the lead up to 8 now for the Nets.
There you go. Relentless pursuit of the ball. I love it. He never stopped working.
Kennard, the pass to Oturu. The rebound by Luwawu.
Boy, he has to put that one away. A solid opportunity gone awry.
For Brooklyn, they've gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. And that one's good, Irving.
You know, that goes back, I think, to playing with LeBron in their Cleveland days. Kyrie learned how to operate without the ball some.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Count that one, and the Nets' lead has been cut down now to just 8 points with the basket from Rajon Rondo. Irving against Rondo. Now, here is Irving. He's covered closely. Yep, it counts. Claxton's got 4 this quarter.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Clippers trail by 10. Outside Rondo. That shot off the mark. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. It's up a 3. Here's Aldridge. And the call, and it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the official.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. You're double checking, and the game continues on.
Jordan, he's checked in for Brooklyn.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
George, no good. Brooklyn with the ball. They're on a 15-4 run. Johnson kicks to Aldridge. Harden outside. Harris inside the line. And the Nets miss again.
Well, the defense refusing to give up anything easy. Love seeing that kind of intensity.
They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe. The Nets making a switch here. Green's checked in. The Clippers shooting their third free throw shot of the game. The free throw good from Kawhi Leonard.
And the soft-spoken Leonard is now an elite talent in this league, an athletic forward who leads by example.
Johnson finds Green. And he lays it straight in. Green's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Outside, George. To the middle. Zubac's the pass to George. Outside Leonard. 6 to shoot. And he goes big with a dunk right over DeAndre Jordan.
And throw it down, Kawhi. That was nasty. Love watching him go hard and attacking with power.
23 seconds left here in the second. And here's Harris from the arc. The offensive rebound. And there's Jordan putting it right back in.
Solid rebound there. And with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Yeah, another column in the stat sheet that hasn't gone in their favor. To climb back, they've got to put forth more effort.
And so it's the Brooklyn Nets.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. They were never able to get the lead above.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of.
They've got Joe Harris. Harden out there with Tyler Johnson. Then it's Jordan. And it's Claxton in at the power forward position. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn.
And there's only ever going to be one result when Kawhi's driving to the bucket. And it's going to be loud, and it's going to be painful.
Unloads from 9. Misses off the left iron. Clippers trail by 9. Stolen by Harden. For the finish. The shot, no good. Excellent D there from George. The Clippers shooting poorly, just 35% so far.
And Clark, when you look at the footwork of James Harden, arguably some of the best in the history of this league.
And you know, Greg, he studied the greats. I mean, he loved Ginobili's Euro step and then added it to his own game. Now he's taking that to another level, and he's the one giving out the lesson. But you're right. Got great strength, but the footwork is really outstanding.
Johnson against Jackson. Out to Morris. Pass to Zubac. Rebound, Brooklyn. And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. That one falls, coming off Johnson's feet. And now an 11-point Brooklyn lead.
How about the concentration? I mean, Harden is used to finishing past intense defense. There he goes, doing it again. They found a nice groove in this half, starting out 3 for 4.
Johnson with it. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. To the wing right side. Kicks it out to Harden. It's hauled in by Zubac.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Bucket is good. And it's 8 points for Paul George.
Okay, nice job here in the second half. Field goal percentage is way up from what it was at halftime when it was just barely above 30%.
Back to Harden. Pass to Claxton. The Nets working the ball around now. A nice shot by Harris.
You know, this is where Harris is most dangerous, one of the very best from behind the arc. His eyes light up when he gets these long-distance chances.
And the foul on Tyler Johnson. That is his first foul of the game. A platoon swap here for Brooklyn. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Rajon Rondo's checked in for Jackson. Leonard. And look at that.
Oh, my goodness. Watch out.
What strength from Leonard there, not allowing the defense to get the best of him.
Irving against Rondo. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him. Craig, you were a physical, defensive-minded player. What are your thoughts on how closely the game is called now, as opposed to when you played?
It is, Kevin, and yeah, some people like the physicality of the era I played in, but, you know, I like the beauty of the game with the spacing and the freedom of movement, and I think that's one reason why you see so much switching. It's hard to fight through screens without fouling, and ball handlers have become experts at drawing contact, even if it's, you know, incidental, and I think that's just an area where the game has changed so much that that ability to play in space is so vital.
You know, I still think Rondo is a great role player in the league. He knows he's out there to distribute the ball and provide leadership on the floor, and he does both really well.
Irving, good.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
George looking around. Some solid defense from Brown.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
Irving kicks to Brown. Lets it go. And Irving with the basket on the assist by Brown. Irving's got 7 points here in this quarter.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Outside for Rondo. Here's George. And it's blocked by Brown. And shot on the way. Again, Irving missing.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Kicks it out to Leonard. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's on LaMarcus Aldridge.
So hard to guard, really, without fouling. Leonard is an expert at forcing the issue and getting the call.
So for the Nets, Jeff Green is checked in for Aldridge. And Harris subbed in for Luwawu. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Feeds it to Griffin. Brown inside. Harris outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Brooklyn needs to get off a shot here. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. They're shooting the ball so... Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Taking a look at Los Angeles, Jackson is out there with Rajon Rondo. Then there's Patrick Patterson. Then there's Batum. And it's Leonard in at the small forward.
And they've really gotten on track here in the second half. After that shaky start, the field goal percentage steadily climbing. They couldn't make anything in that first break.
Irving passes to Claxton. Back to Irving. Gets that one through the hole, making now 7 of 13 in this game.
Always a threat on the drive. Irving has an explosive first step.
Rondo scanning the floor. Leonard on the wing, fires the three. Kyrie Irving grabs the miss.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Some changes for Brooklyn. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Aldridge. Joe Harris comes in for Luwawu Cabarro, and it's James Harden in for Bruce Brown. And then for the Clippers, Zubac is checked in for Patterson. Marcus Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum, and George is subbed in for Rajon Rondo. Morris, no good.
That's exactly the look they wanted, guys. Right guy, right play, wrong result.
And the foul called on Marcus Morris. That's foul number 2 for him. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. And so it's Morris with it. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. 11-point game.
And busting it up the floor. Leonard showing a lot of energy on the fast break. If there's one thing he doesn't lack, it's hustle.
Harden outside. Back to Irving. 5 to shoot. Now the dish to Harris. Shoots it. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Clippers trail by 9. Jackson looking it over, and he could not get that one to go. And here we go, coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul, seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They have decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to listen in on what the Nets head coach was going over with his team. He said, guys, we don't want to play hero ball. We don't want to take threes that aren't there. There are better options when you run the offense all the way through. Evan will see if they can make that adjustment.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Harden outside. Pass to Irving. Kicks it to Jordan. And there's the foul. It's on Nicholas Batum. And that'll be his third foul so far. Outside Irving. He dishes it to Harden. Shot clock at 5. And there's the pass to Aldridge. Nets passing it around. Irving. But they recover it. Jordan finds Irving. Passes to Aldridge. Rebound by the Clippers. And that's an intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Outside for George. Here's Jackson. Pass to Oturu. Left side, George. And he just hasn't been able to get it going. Pass to Irving. .55 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Here's Aldridge. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. And the Nets lead by 7.
You know, with all his post moves, Aldridge usually is able to trick the defense, but even when he doesn't, he'll still manage to finish through contact.
This is a do-or-die possession. They have got to get points.
It really does come down to this. I mean, come up empty, and it's over.
The shot by George, no good. And here is Irving. So the first one drops, and that stretches their lead to 8. Jeff Green, he's checked in for LaMarcus Aldridge. Zubac is checked in for the Clippers. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Nicholas Batum.
And that's the knockout blow right there, guys. Those free throws should put this one away.
Nobody near Leonard. Buries it from three-point range.
That's the efficiency you want to see from Jackson, using his poise and vision to make a play.
In the corner, it's Harris from downtown. Good on the triple.
And credit the whole team. It was a focused, concerted effort to put this one away.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback diminished.
And the foul called on Marcus Morris. That's his third foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2. First free throw is good, and that'll push the lead to double digits.
Well, Harris has become such a solid role player, guys. A knockdown shooter who really elevates the team above self.
And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.